Neighbors and others are raising concerns about a group of ADA stalls on a downtown Salt Lake City street. They say they're poorly marked, and they claim the city is cashing in on the confusion. News specialist Andrew Adams got both sides of the story and joins us live near 450 West and 200 North. Andrew, these numbers you found are surprising.
It's pretty wild, Deanie, that a public records request found in the first 2 months of this year that the city issued $33,000 in tickets for these stalls, these ADA stalls right across the street from me here. We talked to multiple people tonight who said that's not fair, as the city says it doesn't intentionally target spots like these.
I just started noticing the parking enforcement was here every day.
Just down a crowded stretch of 200 North.
I think they know there's a tendency of people to park here technically illegally.
Neighbors say the parking tickets have been piling up around these ADA stalls.
Obviously, I thought that was the handicap spot, so I moved over between the two and got a ticket.
Violations here are not cheap.
$340 is not small for parking a spot when you don't realize that it's a handicap spot. I mean, that's a pretty big ticket.
Mark Covington says when his daughter got a ticket, he looked and couldn't believe the lack of markings.
Here we have clearly an access aisle next to the handicap spot. This is what people need if they're truly disabled.
As he went to court over the ticket, he made a public records request, and what he found was stunning.
In that particular spot, yeah, they're just dishing them out.
From January 2nd to March 3rd, the city issued 98 tickets at $340 per.
Just in the first 2 months, they made over $30,000. If everybody paid, they just paid the fine and walked away.
So we comply with state regulation, and that is why we issue a citation that's valued at $340.
Julie Crookston with Salt Lake City Public Services says despite the numbers, enforcement officers aren't sitting on this spot.
We're not trying to make revenue. We're not trying to reach certain citation counts.
She says after being made aware of some concerns, the city now plans to add more signage and paint the stalls here. The red tape, as it turns out, wasn't even their idea.
No, I did that. I did that just to warn people so that they'll notice.
Neighbors say they simply hope for clearer markings and fewer tickets in the future.
Nobody would park here if it was marked, obviously.
Well, Covington presented his case to a judge and got his citation dismissed. The city says ultimately, though, drivers, if you don't need to park in the ADA spots, if you're not permitted to do so, don't do it. There are some people who really need to park in these places. Back to you.
And hopefully it will be more obvious which spots those are so you can avoid them. Andrew, thanks for pointing it out.